Hey everyone.
Hello, welcome to the channel. It is August 13th, a lovely day. And today's topic is take charge and end your troubles. It begins with a quote by Marcus Aurelius. You've endured countless troubles, all from not letting your ruling reason do the work it was made for. Enough already. Yes, ruling reason, I get it, I think.
So it's like actioning, right?
Ruling reason is like your ability to see things as they truly are, not as a distortion of how they are based on
like not exaggerating.
assumptions that I'm filling in exaggerating all of the shit. So he's saying you've endured countless troubles, all from not letting your ruling reason do the work it was made for. Enough already. Yeah.
That's so interesting to hear that these kind of words, because like sometimes like there's different ways we accept messages from the world, from the outside world, maybe even from inside of us. But like when somebody's very kind and caring and they explain everything, that's their style of teaching, right? And some people are very receptive to those information and they take it on like, oh, this is great, yes, I will remember this, and this is how I'm going to live my life going forward, right? And other people don't respond to that at all. They're just like, wait, what? Like, what is this? Like they can't. It's like how, like there's those different love languages. This is, in my opinion, there's like
learning languages.
There's these learning languages, and this is, and what I heard here is this is also one of those learning languages. This stern type of language, like stop it, just go do this, right? Like it's this like father figure type of sounding way of doing it. But like, and I typically don't like that. But I do see how that can work. Be like, well, yeah, Jesus Christ, I do have to stop it. Like, stop it. Like, it's so simplified. It's so simplified. It's essentially like, stop it or just do it, right? All these very simplified things. And then one might want to say like, well, that's so simple. I don't blah 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 blah. I mean, this is more complicated than that. Well, that is the most simple way of explaining it, right? So they're already saying it, but it's hard for us to connect it to what we're going through, right? Like I can't just do it. Like no, it's complicated, right? But if I then go through all the complicated stuff, ultimately it boils down to just go do that thing, right? So it's like a paradox, right? It's like we in one way we don't like certain way of receiving information, even though that information is potentially the correct information,
Yeah, I mean, he's talking to himself ultimately. So, like, he must have, because there is something I think to general, like, overall learning languages, but I think it also depends on, like, what state of mind you are in when you need to hear something else.
Sure.
And so he's probably,
sometimes
like,
you
very
need to hear the
angry,
stern
and
thing.
he's frustrated with himself. And he's
yeah.
saying, stop doing this, damn it. This doesn't make sense. This is a behavior that you have looked at, and it does not make sense, and it's a habit.
And you keep doing it.
And you keep doing it.
Yeah,
so, like,
it's frustrating. Yeah.
one more time, let me remind you, enough.
Yeah.
And so, I could see...
Because, that language should not be necessarily used to others. That's a language for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, stop it.
Because I mean, like, you have to get fed up with your own bullshit.
You have to, because if you're saying stop it to someone else, you got fed up with them.
Right.
And they might not be fed up with that situation. They might be just very confused of why you're so angry.
And the problem here is that you let yourself get fed up with them to the point that you're saying this.
So this is really into more of an internal message to ourselves, like stop it, like hey, like let me not do that. Jesus Christ, like it's like that.
It's like literally like realizing,
Mm-hmm.
how many times does this happen at work, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
there's an announcement and the announcement has some information, but actually now it opens up a lot of questions, and now there's all this other information that seems to be missing from this announcement. And the first thing that everybody starts doing is talking about the missing information. And like, oh, well, this thing is going to happen, or this thing is the first thing everybody does is just start filling in the gaps of this missing information, which like maybe sounds like a fun thing to do. But now you're spending all of these resources putting your mind on this, like it's a junk task. There's no ROI in it. It doesn't help your future self get anywhere better or become anything better. It's like literally a waste of resources to do that. And yet, and this is like, just an innocent thing. There's so many times where it's like, oh shit, I smelled, the perfume on Oli. Like, was he, and I'm not saying, like, this is just like an example, but like, was he like out with some floozy at lunch or something? You know what I mean?
Or was he purchasing perfumes for me?
Or was he purchasing perfumes for himself? He just like goes to the mall to like test perfumes. I just didn't know this about him. We never bonded over his perfume love.
Yes, awesome. So let's continue this hypothetical situation.
There's no ROI in it.
There's no ROI in it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let your ruling reason do the work it was made for, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do Ryan?
Let's do it, yes.
Ryan says, how many things you fear have actually come to pass? How many times has anxiety driven you to behave in a way you later regret? How many times have you let jealousy or frustration or greed lead you down a bad road? Letting our reason rule the night. Oh my gosh. Letting our reason rule the day might seem like more work, but it saves us quite a bit of trouble. As Ben Franklin's proverb put it, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Your brain was designed to do this work. It was meant to separate what is important from what is senseless, to keep things in perspective, to only become troubled by that which is worth becoming troubled about. You only need to put it to use. Well, I love Ben Franklin's proverb.
Cool. Do you have anything about that?
Love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's it. What about you?
No, that's it. Cool.
Coolio.
Let's wrap it.
Alrighty, my friend. Thank you so much for joining today, and we will see you here tomorrow.